may only be a 1.3, but it's a Wankel rotary engine.
Rotary engine.
Rotary engine.
Rotary engine. Rotary engine.
Rotary engine.
Rotary engine.
Rotary engine.
Rotary engine.
A rotary engine.
Rotary RX-7.
Rotary engine.
The rotary engine.
That's the Wankel rotary engine!
If you're a car enthusiast, chances are you know what the rotary engine is. The infamous German motor was originally released to the public in 1964 inside of the NSU Rotary Spider. Many years and design changes later, the Rotary's platform would evolve into the 13B, the 1.3-liter twin-rotor engine that would power Mazda's line of iconic RX sports cars that many enthusiasts have come to love.
My name's Diego. This is my 1986 Mazda RX-7 FC.
Hi, my name is Michael Vodak. I brought my 1989 Mazda RX-7 non-turbo.
My name is Alex, and this is my 1987 Mazda RX-7 FC.
It's not often that you come across a community not just dedicated to a car, but to the engine that powers it as well. What is it about the rotary engine and the cars it powers that earns them their community support? Well, I think many would agree that what makes a good sports car doesn't just have to do with numbers, like horsepower or weight. What really matters is how the car feels when it's being driven. And when it comes to that, the rotary engine is in its own class.
If I was gonna describe the driving experience of a rotary, I would simply put it as fun. This whole platform runs in a unique way, and it gives you a feeling that is very different from a lot of other cars.
Driving a rotary, especially compared to other cars, I don't know, this is something different. I keep coming back to this car. You're coming out of a corner and you just hear that turbo spooling up and the wastegates start to open and the car just squats and takes off. There's nothing like it.
It's the driving experience that the rotary gives you. The engine feels great at like anything past 4,000 RPMs. And it's just that feel that I never forget, I never ever will forget. It just feels so smooth. It's like you're driving on a cloud.
Handling is just great on this platform, and with 50-50 weight distribution, taking this thing on the back roads or on the toge, mixed with the power band that this thing gives, it creates just a great machine, especially when you're out there.
The power plant being so small, so compact, so light, and so rev happy, being behind the front axle, it just makes for something that you can't really describe. It's just, the car just wants to go around corners, it wants to go.
It just feels harmonious when you're going through the gears, braking, accelerating out of turns, coming into turns, and then that feeling just never gets old. It's like, I can always recount when jumping into that car, is touching the steering wheel, having those memories of coming back to me, certain flashbacks like, oh yeah, I remember that, I remember this. It makes me smile from time to time.
The rotary engine has garnered a die-hard and loyal community, but it's small in comparison to other ones, and this isn't just for no reason. There are a good number of people who dislike the rotary engine, their number one gripe with it being its notorious unreliability. But just how much truth is there to this reason?
People don't know how to take care of them. They blow them up, they just write them off as like pieces of junk. Didn't want to try to see like what was actually wrong with the car.
Honestly, I think that the misconceptions are both true and false at the same time. One of the biggest misconceptions is that this engine is extremely unreliable and it breaks very easily, that it's very hard to maintain, the parts are just not good. To be honest with you, most of it comes down to just the owner and their knowledge and willingness to take care of their engine.
The thing is, I actually see that with people when they say, hey, the rotary's bad, this and that. Yeah, I get it. I feel and think that those comments are well deserved. But at the same time, everybody's situation is different. Everybody's car is a little different. They've built the car a certain way to do certain things. We'll use an FC as an example because it's a good car, but you have to remember what's been done to the car. Are there reliability mods done to it? Has it been taken care of? There's a lot of factors that play into the longevity of the engine itself. Because if you're missing certain components that actually are the life support of the system of the engine, engine's not gonna last that long.
It's true that the engine and the parts, are not your conventional piston motor. It's different and unique. If you can come equipped with the knowledge and the willingness to research, possibly have friends or any other acquaintances that know about this motor, it'll go a long way for you and it'll make your motor last that much longer.
It's in an advanced car. It's not easy to get into because One, obviously the rotary engine has a reputation for being unreliable, burning oil, burning coolant, burning money, turning into a money pit, like any other old car. But it's just you not having the knowledge or knowing the right people around you in the community to help you out.
All of the misconceptions I figured come from the early 2000s, where people didn't know what they were doing. Technology wasn't the same back then. Like, people couldn't communicate with each other as much. And I think with the technology today and the amount of engineering that's been put into this motor, if you just keep up with basic maintenance, taking care of the car, if you take care of the car, it'll take care of you. So it's just not neglecting it. I daily this car. I take it to school when I can. If I don't feel like driving this, I'll just drive like my truck or anything. But if I can, I'll take this car. Like 9 times out of 10, I'm choosing this car to go anywhere.
It's a shame to say that because of this motor's economic impracticality and traits that make proper maintenance paramount in order to achieve longevity, the rotary engine has mostly died out. The last rotary-powered car, the Mazda RX-8, stopped production in 2012, which has raised parts prices and shop fees for the motor over time. But the community is still here, maintaining, building, and driving their rotary-powered cars.
I chose and stuck with the Rotary for 2 great reasons. 1, it's a badass car. 2, I think this is the bigger reason. The people I met and the community I found myself in is just amazing for me. And I met a lot of new friends, and to be honest with you, a lot of teachers that helped me along the way. They helped me build this entire car, and I've honestly just had a great time with everyone that I've met in this community, and I think they're very tight-knit. I think it's a very unique community that stands out from a lot of other car communities just because they all know what it takes to own this car, and if the car is going to be different, the people are going to be different as well.
Really, it's like a little cult. Like, once you're in, you don't come back, especially like once you go turbo rotary, it's kind of hard to come out of it. But just the rotary community in general is like a great community. Like, I know I've met people from all over the world. Like, I did a cross-country trip in 2021 in Mazda 2000, and I found out I had a friend in Nebraska in the city I was staying, so that was pretty cool, and he helped me out with something I needed there.
You get people who are passionate about their car and what they do, what they love about driving them or building them, and it brings all sorts of people into the mix, either engineers, mechanics, people from all walks of life. I actually met a dentist who had an RX-3, he races RX-3. He's retired now, but it's like, it pulls all sorts of people from the world, and you get a different variety of people in that community.
I've asked myself, like, why do I like keeping this car? Why have I kept it for so long, and why do I keep doing what I do to it? There's something about like putting the car together and the reactions you get. Like, on the way here, I didn't count them, but I saw like a train of like 5 MR2s on the way here, and they all gave me a thumbs up. There was another like 3 cars that were giving me a thumbs up or just happy to see the car. It's just a car you don't really see on the road, and when like people like see it, they can appreciate it. And not that like we're looking for attention, it's a car you can appreciate. Like, it's a rewarding ownership, I guess what I'm trying to say.
I think most people in the community are loyal to the engine because how unique it is, how it feels when you drive, the way it comes together, how simple it is to rebuild. Mainly my opinion is the emphasis on the way the engine feels when you drive. There's nothing else quite like it. And it's just that consistent smoothness I've noticed throughout all the platforms that I never forget, and I can't compare to anything else. Rotary has that feeling or that vibe about it that's completely unique.
The car's taught me to be who I am today. It's taught me like how to be resourceful. If something does break, like, I can fix it on the fly, or I can just like, if I won't be like down for long. There's nothing else I would rather drive. I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but I have a rotor tattoo on my forearm, so like I'm in this for life basically.
Interestingly, Mazda seems to be bringing the rotary engine back. They recently released the MX-30, an SUV powered by a single-rotor hybrid motor. And just a few months ago at the 2023 Japan Mobility Show, they unveiled the iconic SP, a twin-rotor hybrid sports car, though it's just a concept. Does this mark the revival of the rotary engine? Another coming of an iconic rotary engine sports car? Maybe, maybe not. But one thing is certain. No matter what the Rotary's future is, it'll always have the love and commitment from the people keeping it alive today.
Shout out to Michael Vodak, Jeff Rourke,
also Michael Vodak, like, shout out to them.
I'd like to thank Peter Jun, Jeff Roar, Lloyd Hill, Reed Ted from the RX-7 Club.
Oh yeah, whoever stole my first RX-7, f*** you guys.